I love DPs.
Like double penetration.
Some double penetration.
Double penetration on your own with some solo play.
Hello, and welcome to the Double Penetration Podcast. Here are your hosts, Kris and Steel.
Ooh, Double Penetration Podcast coming at you. He's your friend, Mr. Kris Steel, and I am your favorite creep, bringing you volume. I can't keep track of these anymore.
The number would be 46.
Ooh. 46.
Yeah.
40 motherfucking 6.
On the downward turn of the 40s. Pretty soon we're going to hit the age of 50, and the next thing you know, we're going to be collecting fucking a pension somewhere.
Is that good or bad?
Well, collecting a pension's good because that means you lasted somewhere so long that they pay you when you retire.
Then woohoo!
I would like a pension, but my work does not offer one, so...
Mine doesn't either. My boss is such a bitch.
Mm-hmm. I heard that.
That fucking creep queen.
Mm-hmm. That's what Bethany always says. She's like, creep always bitches. Complains to me. I'm like, calm down. Nobody wants to hear it. But yes, here we are in the spectacular Double Penetration Podcast where you could follow your friend, Mr. Kris Steel, on Twitter. But I don't want to give him my plugs first because I'm going to let my friend Creep plug her Twitter first because, you know,
oh
I'm a
my
nice
god.
guy.
You don't see how he's pretending to be a gentleman right now?
Listen, I don't pretend. I am a gentleman.
Oh god. You guys can follow me on Twitter at CreepXQueen. Go to my website, creepqueen.com. Get all kinds of smart, good shit, a lot of shit. That's it.
Yeah. Some fucking
That's
panties.
Quit eating shit. Go.
We need to get your cat a Twitter.
Dead ass. He does need one. Nigel has one.
Nigel has one? Yeah, he does have one. Nigel's Creep's alien boyfriend.
He's my husband. We got married. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't know that. Last I knew, he was your boyfriend. Here you are married, and now I'm fucking feeling like a jackass. Not even having
it's
congratulated
okay. We didn't get
you.
an invite to the wedding.
No,
we just went to the courthouse.
Oh, well, that makes sense. But still, I didn't see your fucking status change on websites that say married. Whatever. Fuck you guys for not letting me know. But you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Kris Steel. That's MrKrisSteel. We have a show account. That's Double P Podcast on Instagram, Double P Podcast on Patreon, and at Double P Show on Twitter, I think. I don't know.
Amen.
Something like that. Our Twitter accounts and our YouTube accounts are kind of, or not YouTube, but our Instagram accounts, they don't lack, but, you know, they're there. They have their followers. People tend to interact with those accounts from time to time. But here we are on Demon Seed Radio Network. We're going to be talking about some fun, sexy things here.
Ow, ow.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny how you mentioned being bossy earlier, because this here sexy news story of this hot cop really got my blood flowing. She's pretty hot.
Boy. Jeez, it's going to be a night with this one.
Yeah. It's got all hopped up on fucking catnip or some shit.
He hates catnip.
Really?
Yeah, he won't touch it. He really just does not give a fuck.
Did you pick him up from the pound like your cat, or was he like kind of like from a breeder?
No, he was from like a shelter.
Oh, maybe that's why, because, you know, it's kind of like a shelter. He doesn't want to have to do drugs, because catnip's a hell of a drug.
No.
My cats are addicted to it. They love it.
He hates it. I mean, maybe when he gets older, but I don't know.
I don't really remember, like, your cat's not too old, so I don't really remember my cats being, like, young and enjoying catnip until they got, you know, at least a year, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like maybe around 8 months to a year, 9 months, something like that. I don't know.
That's not bad.
You know, life is life.
We'll fucking see.
Yeah.
No little picky ass.
Picky ass cats. Uh-oh. What's going on here? You know what's stupid is pop-up ads that pop up on a website that you've already loaded, and yet you've closed all the pop-up ads, and yet if you let it sit idle for too long, the pop-up ads will pop back up again.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
You won't find pop-up ads on creepqueen.com. I'll
Fuck
tell you
no,
that.
You know what I still don't understand with the whole like internet thing? I don't really get cookies.
Why?
I don't know. I just think cookies is a stupid name for the data that it collects.
Cookies.
Like, why call it cookies? Why not call it something like daddies or something?
Maybe the Cookie Monster invented it, and he wanted all the cookies.
Well, we already know Cookie Monster is an addict himself.
He literally is.
Mm-hmm. I think Sesame Street... You know what? Is Cookie Monster even still on Sesame Street? Because maybe he's now the vegetable monster. I thought they were going to do away with Cookie Monster because he was promoting eating sugary treats as opposed to, like, healthy snacks.
Oh, my fucking fuck. Oh, my
I swear. I swear
I
I heard
believe
that.
I dead ass believe that. I'm going to look that shit up.
You should look it up.
Is the Cookie Monster...
I don't know. I thought they were getting rid of him.
Cookie Monster becomes a Veggie Monster.
See?
But Cookie Monster still eats cookies, just not nearly as many of them as he once did.
That's a bunch of
I
shit.
never fucking watched Sesame Street as a kid and then just like binged fucking cookies. Like,
Well, one time an episode of Punky Brewster made me pull a knife on my cousin.
oh, well then.
Because I saw the cool, badass guy in Punky Brewster do it, and I was like, my cousin's being a dick. I'm going to pull a knife out on him. True story. Swear to God.
I'm dead.
Yep. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't watch Punky Brewster when you're too young. I used to really like Punky Brewster. Soleil Moon Frye, she was smoking.
I don't know what that is. I don't think I ever watched
You've
it.
never heard of Punky Brewster?
No, I've never. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't think I ever watched it.
Well, I mean, it was a dumb 80s show, but as like the Punky Brewster got older, she got really hot and got big, huge tits, and then she had to get them reducted because they were too big. I think that
sucks.
Would you ever do that?
No.
No? How about would you get your tits like bigger?
No.
Or
I love my titties.
They're all right.
I love them.
You like flipping them around and shaking them all about.
I mean, they're just little fun bags of fat, but you know.
Yeah, you know, sometimes gals fill them with milk and they can spray you, and that's a good time.
Have you ever had breast milk?
No, I haven't, but it's kind of like a weird, like, I kind of want to have it, try it fetish type of thing. Like,
yeah.
I want to breastfeed. Like, I know that's kind of weird, but...
I don't think that's weird. I think that's, like, normal, even though, like, nobody wants to fucking admit that. I saw this girl one time, she posted this shit. It was, like, this girl I knew. She posted some shit about, like, oh, making cookies, making breast milk cookies, like, making breast milk pie.
I wouldn't eat it.
I was like, okay.
Like, I just wanted to drink it from the tap. I don't, or have it sprayed on me all sexy, like, but I don't want to, like, have it in cookies.
Isn't it, like, sour?
I have no clue. I don't know. Beats me.
I think that's what I've always heard, is that it's, like, sour.
The first time I ever seen a porno where a girl was squirting breast milk on a guy, I was probably, oh boy, maybe 14, and found a VHS tape, and I was like blown away by that because she wasn't pregnant, she was just squirting breast milk. So I was like, I guess girls can do that.
Oh my god, have you ever seen those women who produce like way too much breast milk? Like they produce like quadruple the amount of breast milk they're supposed to,
and they just leak all over the place.
Yeah, they have to you have to drain it because if you don't drain it, like something happens to your titties or something.
They get all big and swole.
No, like something bad happens.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not
well, why are you turning
like,
a sexy
made for a male fantasy? Like Jesus Christ.
Well, why are you turning a sexy fetish talk into like some sort of like serious thing? I don't want to hear about this. I like the fantasy of a girl wearing a tight T-shirt and her tits leaking. That's hot. I enjoy that.
All right.
Yeah. Come on now. We're a sexy show. We got to sex it up.
You know what?
What?
No.
Why not?
I'm trash, and if I want to talk about trashy, disgusting shit, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about sexy fucking breast milk and titties and being all sexy and like... Everybody likes tits.
I don't know.
Who doesn't like boobs?
I mean...
I would even be apt to say that a gay guy could appreciate a nice pair of breasts on a lady.
Yeah.
I would think. I mean, you could appreciate the human figure. You just don't got to be sexually attracted to it. Look at the guy that made that statue of David. Statue of David, was that Michelangelo? Fucking carved that dude cut. Six-pack abs. Fucking, I don't know. Didn't really have a big dick, so I wasn't too impressed with that. But, you know, the rest of the sculpture is pretty sweet.
Big dick.
Huh?
Then most men don't have a big dick.
I mean, it's pretty well known that if you're a gal and you really want to hurt a guy's feeling, just tell him he's got a small penis. That'll cut him to the core.
Dude, of all the guys that I've met who have had like even like nice penises, like not small penises, like every fucking girl has always been like, you have a tiny dick. And like every guy I know has this like complex. Well, not every guy, but a lot of guys I know.
Well, it's because, again, it all stems back to porn and seeing these just monster dicks plowing chicks. So it's kind of always been like I've said before, for me, I don't want to watch it. It doesn't turn me on to see a dude just really killing a girl. The way she's moaning on and on. Sounds like she's dying from internal injuries. I don't want to see it. It's awful.
Me every time I have sex.
What, having internal injuries?
Yeah, that shit hurts.
What about those fucking machines? You ever try one of them?
I want one, but I don't have one.
So which one would you want? Like the one that's made from like a fucking KitchenAid mixer, or like the Sibian thing?
I mean, I wouldn't really give a fuck. One that was like easy to work with and positioned for videos. Other than that, I really wouldn't care.
I don't know. I think if you're buying like machines, well, I mean, that's your business. I don't know if anybody in their personal life would ever buy like a Sibian or a fucking machine. But I mean, dudes buy like torsos of vaginas and buttholes, or, you know, fleshlights. So, but that's easy, you know, to clean and hide. How are you supposed to hide a fucking machine if you're having company that, you know, doesn't necessarily know that you're in that type of line of work? Yeah,
it's pretty rough. Like, I don't have a fucking machine, and it's so like, oh shit, like somebody's coming over. Fuck. Like, I always forget one. I always do something. Like, there's always that random fucking dildo. Like, I FaceTime my friend the other day. Like, I reconnected with this girl that like we used to be so tight, right? And I'm FaceTiming her, and she's like, "Is that a fucking dildo?" It's just like a dildo, like on my kitchen wall, like just fucking chilling.
So she's
like,
not in the business.
That's exactly what that is.
She's not in the business then.
Hmm?
She's not in like your line of work.
No, like she knows what I do, but
right.
She like doesn't do this. And she was just like, ha, like that's funny. Like,
well, I mean,
it's all the time. And now, like, if people find out like what I do, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but people find out like what the fuck I do, and if they don't particularly like care for it or like it or like know what the fuck I'm about, like they'll come to my house and just be like so weird, like hesitant to sit on my couch, like hesitant to like. Ew. To like even come in or like go to the bathroom.
Speaking
or like
of come, is there
eat
any
or like drink water? Like I didn't just come all over fucking everything, guys. Like you're fucking good. Like you're good. Like
yeah, there's more cum at hotels than probably your house.
I mean, doubt it, but still, but still, like I know how to fucking clean up after myself.
I mean, I'll be honest.
That trash.
I'll be honest. I shoot on the floor if I'm at a hotel. Like if I don't
really?
want, yeah.
That's so rude.
Well, you know what? I smash it in with my sock.
That's fucking disgusting.
I'm just kidding. It always ended up on the back.
I doubt you're joking. It's happened at least 4 times.
4? I wish I could say it was 4. That would seem less disgusting.
I used to work in restaurants and shit, and like every night, like one of us will have to go clean the cum out of the fucking bathroom stalls. And I'm like, bro, like wait till you fucking get home. Like at least find a girl at the bar and like nut in her. Like why the fuck do I have to clean this shit up every night? Like,
so is it like just nut on the floor, or was it like nut in the toilet?
There's like everywhere. Like there was one night it was like all over the walls, like in the urinal. Like bro, like how much cum can you possibly fucking have?
Now
like,
was this a single like locking door bathroom, or how are these
like
people just having
like,
sex in the stall?
Like with all the urinals, like not even. I mean, it's been everywhere, like in stalls and the fucking whatever. But like,
well, the one bar I used to frequent had they had like a urinal, and then they had a like a toilet that you could walk in and lock the door. But it was the men's room, but you could still hear what was going on. Well, one time I'm in there pissing, wash my hands, and I can hear a girl go, "Shh, somebody's in here." So I swear to God. So I finished washing my hands, did the dunk, 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 dunk on the paper towel thing, dried my hands, opened the door, and let it shut real quiet, and just stood there and waited to see if I could hear them. And then I heard the girl go, "Maybe this isn't a good idea. We should go." And then I heard the guy go, "Yeah," and I had to hurry up and skedaddle out of there.
Oh, that is so funny.
I fucking cock-blocked that dude, and I didn't even try to. Except once I realized what was going on, and then I wanted to,
I love that for you.
I've seen quite a bit of shit. I have video on my phone or uploaded to some cloud account of a dude banging a girl on like the hood of his car in the parking lot.
Really?
Yeah.
I just saw a video like that, but they were like on the side of the fucking road. And like, I'm ballsy, but like, that's ballsy. Like,
there's some people that really like the exhibitionist shit. Like, to be
yeah,
caught.
like it's
nah,
hot,
man.
but like, I don't really want to like go to jail. Like,
I do not like outdoor like sex and like a video or anything. I don't want to like maybe by a pool or something. That's fucking cool. But like if you're like in like a forest or some shit and it's like, trying to be artsy and then you're having some cool ass sex, but you're doing it on a blanket in the forest. I don't like that. It's boring.
Always worried. Like, I like it. I'm not gonna say I don't like it. I do like it, but I'm always worried they're gonna like get shot by like a hunter or something. Like, I'm like, if you're in the South, you better watch out. Put like an orange vest on or something, like while you're getting fucked. Cause I don't know why I always think about that.
I can't tell if there's two people fucking or deer. I'll just blast them anyways and make up an excuse. It's on my property.
That would be me, though.
Yep, he's dead.
Yep, he's dead.
I don't think I've ever really done any like sex thing outside or anything. The closest to like sex outside was when my wife and I were in Florida recently, and I left the blinds open, and then we had sex looking at the ocean. It's kind of cool. But,
That's nice.
Yeah, it was romantic.
I was just gonna say that.
But I didn't put it on the floor.
Romantic sex makes me want to fucking vomit. Like, projectile vomit. Like, all, like...
It wasn't like,
like...
No. It was romantic in the sense of like, hey, this is a very nice view. But other than that, it wasn't like, take my breath away. It wasn't that type of shit. It was me fucking pumping away for a good 45 seconds, blowing my load and going back out on the beach.
Oh, my.
I mean, if I'm being honest, when I am, so.
I mean, shit happens.
Porno makes guys think dudes fuck for long times, and some guys can, but...
God, I don't like it. Like, I don't fucking like it. Like, there ain't no need for me to spend 45 motherfucking minutes with your dick in me. Like, there ain't no fucking need for that. Like, do you know how much shit I have to do? Like, a bitch is hungry. Like, a bitch, you know what I mean? Like,
gotta go get something to eat.
I don't like that. Like, it doesn't even feel good after that long. Like, just fucking, like, no. Like, no. Like, if it was, like, 2 minutes, like, I'm good with that.
2 minutes?
Like, I'm good with that. Like, I get mine up by then. You know what I mean? Like, can you even...
We've talked about this before.
Yeah, like, I really don't give a fuck. 10 minutes, okay. 20 minutes, no. Like, you gotta go. Like, that's enough.
Like, 15 minutes is kind of like, all right,
That's like,
wrap it up.
There. Like, you good? Like, you gonna come yet? Or, what's up?
So, Creep walks away. And now I'm going to tell a scary tale.
I'm just sitting closer to my door, so I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh. Yeah, I did notice you're in a slightly different recording position than previous.
I finally finished my fucking table.
Yeah. Well,
and my bar stools are falling apart because I'm an animal, so, like, this is the safer option.
So, wait, so the table that you had, the glass in your car, that saga's over?
Yeah, so, like,
the saga's over?
My toe is almost healed.
Yes.
I brought the glass in by myself. It was really light. Like, it was a lot fucking lighter than and it's smaller than the big fucking wood thing that broke my toe.
Mm-hmm.
And I got all my newspapers from you guys. Thank you. And
oh yeah, I forgot to send you a newspaper. Damn thing. Sweet. The saga's done.
Yep.
The table saga. Creep sliding down the stairs. Ah! That's so funny.
It's so bad.
Well, you know what?
Like, I'm not shocked. Like, no, I'm not surprised. I ain't gonna be mad about it. Like,
Nah.
that shit was funny.
Mm-hmm. Now you can go to Publix and not have to worry about the kid asking you why that glass is in your car.
Oh my god, that was so bad. He's like, I feel bad for you. Like, you should. I'm fucking pathetic. Thanks.
Yeah. Hey, a lot of people commented on how funny it was that I scared you on our last volume.
Really?
Yes, quite a few people told me that was very funny. So,
Well, you're fucking welcome
yeah.
for being a little bitch.
Who, me? I wasn't a little bitch. You were. You screamed.
That's what I just said.
Oh. Not all here today. I'm very, injured. I'm hurting today.
Sorry.
I fucked up my knee somehow. My knee hurts.
That's rough.
I think I heard it at work.
Ooh,
So,
that sucks.
life sucks. I'm just kidding. Life's good. There used to be a metal band in Detroit. They were, what the fuck was their name? They were called Harm's Way, and they had this gang, they called their fan. They had a gang, and it was called LSGH, and it was Life Sucks, Get High. That was awesome. Harm's Way, man.
So creative.
Hey, you know what? Times are tough here in Detroit. No.
Oh god.
Our music's tough. Our town's tough. Our sports teams suck. But hey, still got some good music.
Fuck.
So earlier in the month, or late last month, around October 22nd, actually, when this story was published, it was kind of funny when you were talking about being a bossy person because this lady, this cop, she's an NYPD boss, and she's had some complaints against her. Now, I'll say this. The complaints are very much warranted, but this gal's lifestyle and the fact that she's walking around telling her coworkers about her sexual liaisons with her husband, she seems like an all right boss to me.
Tell us more.
Well, she's one with a foul mouth. This Brooklyn sergeant accused of stuffing dirty panties into an underling mouth, called his penis small, and subjected him to a raunchy rant about her wild, dildo-centric sex lifestyle, according to a complaint. What a prude complaining.
I feel like he wanted that.
I think so, but again, if you're going to call a man's penis small, prepare for some repercussions. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to hurt a man's feelings.
Oh, please. Guy find out their dicks are small and they just fucking cry.
Yeah, well, it's very hurtful when people want to talk shit. Especially your boss. Come on now. Panties in my mouth, fine, but don't make fun of my dick.
Literally me as a boss. Shut the fuck up. You got a tiny ass dick.
Yeah, but people pay for those videos. This gal.
That's why I feel like this is that's why I feel like they were definitely in some type of relationship, some kind of sexual. I can't words are so hard. Kinda. What the fuck is kinda?
Kinda. I don't know.
Kinda. But
Kinda.
You know what I mean.
Kinda.
She's not gonna do all this shit and say all this shit unless he was kind of fucking asking for it.
So do you think now?
And then I think he got busted by his wife or something, and his wife was like, "Bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'll slit your throat." And he was like, "Okay, damn, I didn't want it." And then he made this whole fuss about it, and he was like, "Oh, she told me all these things. She put a dildo in her pussy, and I'm scared." And then
there's more than just the dildo and a pussy here in this story. We'll find out more about this gal's. Yeah. Well, apparently Sergeant Guerrera stated to me, the complaintee, not to me because I don't know her, but if I did, we'd probably be friends. But she said, Sergeant Guerrera stated to me that if a girl didn't call me back, it's because I had a little dick, the complaint said. So I think you're right. He probably got called out by a girlfriend or a wife, and now he's like, you know what? Fuck this bitch.
Well, I mean, if he was dating, maybe not. Maybe she was just this huge, fucking... assailant. That's not the right word. Words are really hard. I've been so out of it. Like, I can't do words.
Well,
I don't know what the fuck assailant means right now.
I don't know. But apparently, Guerrero, who allegedly shoved her undies into the detective's mouth after he griped about her leaving them scattered around a unisex bathroom at the station house.
I would do some shit like that.
This chick rules. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have we had a discussion talking about shit, and I would just be like, yeah, guys are disgusting. We're gross. I think what it is that this guy or whomever complained is seeing another level of a woman being more of like a man in like that role of kind of being filthy and talking about like sex and shit like that. And I think that guy can't handle it, and I think that's what it is. He's I think that guy's so used to being in that dominant role, and then,
that is really disgusting. Like, if some bitch shoved her dirty panties in my mouth, like, a dead ass, I would slit her throat, though. Like, that's disgusting. Like, I don't know what kind of shit you got going on down there, and, like, I don't need, like, that's gross. Like, that's fucking, like, a health hazard. Like, that's
But you don't find it, like, remotely, like, well, you know what, I do kind of find that kind of hot in a...
I mean, like, I would do something like that, but that's still disgusting. Like, I don't really think that's funny, like...
Well, it's not meant to be funny. It's meant to be sexy.
Okay, no, I don't think that's sexy either.
So you don't think it's sexy that she did that to him, or just like in general, like panty stuffing?
Yeah, but like, you don't know. Like, he doesn't fucking know her. Like, that is echoing really bad. I don't know why. But
not on my end. I'm sorry.
That's gross. Like, that's not sexy. Like, it's sexy if like you're in like some type of like consenting relationship, and like that's hot. Like, that's not hot for just some bitch to shove her fucking dirty panties in your mouth. Like, that's disgusting.
Well,
like, that ass, I'm not about to catch some fucking nasty ass shit because like you can't fucking like fuck off. Like, that's gross.
Well, but you gotta also look at it like this. He kind of knows who she is.
That's not the point. Like, that's.
Well, I guess I would be mad if my boss put his underwear in my mouth, but that's a dude, so it's a big difference.
Okay.
It is. Sergeant Guerrero stated that she once used a dildo on her husband during intercourse. I feel bad for her husband because now, the whole world knows that his wife puts a dildo in his butt.
Hey, who cares?
Well, I mean, some things are meant best left secret.
Yeah, but I don't...
Yeah, but you're more of the open person.
I mean, it's not about me, though. Like...
Well, you wouldn't say, like, if you had a boyfriend, you wouldn't mention that you put a dildo in his buttocks.
I mean, like, that depends what kind of relationship we had. If he really didn't give a fuck and he was open about it, then, like, I'd be open about it.
So if he was posting, like, Facebook posts about having it in his butt, you'd be like, all right, well, I can talk about it on the show.
Yeah, like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, if we're hanging out with our friends and they're, like, casually discuss it, or, like, like, I put shit in, like, dudes' butts before. I'll be like, yo, like, is this some, like...
Wait.
Like, is this some FBI secret shit? Or, like...
So...
it's cool, like...
Can we possibly bring back the shit dildo if we're talking about putting shit?
Yes. Like, I think that people shouldn't be ashamed of things, is what I'm saying. If you don't want to talk about it, don't talk about it. Like, if he's fucking embarrassed as fuck right now, like, that sucks. But I'm just saying, I don't think people should be, like, embarrassed about that.
No, you shouldn't be embarrassed. But, I mean, a lot of people don't like having their personal, like, fetishes thrown around their work.
Imagine writing this complaint. And then she told me she put a dildo in her husband one night. Like, just imagine, like, writing that. Like,
imagine going down to HR and being like, okay, well, brace yourself, fellas and man. This is going to be quite a tale.
But I could see talking about shit like that. Like, with your, like if you're coworkers with somebody, like, you talk about shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe not like super private personal stuff, but like if I've been working with somebody for like 10 years, like I'll probably, you know what I mean? Like a friend, like you would talk to your friend about shit.
Now let me ask you this. Would you find this next complaint to be really a complaint or more so than kind of a cool story? It says, on another occasion, she said that she was home alone masturbating and her husband came home and tried to join and she said, what the fuck? This isn't an invitation. That's a funny story to me. That's not like nothing I would complain about.
I mean,
isn't that funny? Like, this isn't an invitation. Like, to hear a girl, like, like, as a guy, like, to hear a girl talk like that, that's fucking awesome. Like, if a girl said that, I'd be like, dude, that's hot. I would be like, your he's a dork. He was trying to join in when he should have just stood there and watched you silently. That's what I would have done. So you think that's a valid complaint?
I mean, I think this whole thing is stupid. Like, I think that's stupid. Like,
Yeah. It just goes to show you.
Like, I think negatively about both of them. Like, I don't think, like, oh my God, this story is so fucking hot. Like, can you believe she had the balls to fucking say that? Like, I think you're a pig if you're like, oh my God, this whole story is so hot. Like, I'm going to fucking come in my pants. Like, oh my God, she shoved her panties in his mouth. Like, oh, I'm fucking tingling in my nutsack. Like, I think that's fucking retarded. Like, I just think it's stupid. Like,
Well,
I don't think he should have complained about a lot of this shit, but I also think that she's a fucking cunt. You know what I mean? Like,
she definitely is a cunt, but
I feel like it goes both ways. Like, I don't feel like it's just like so hot. Like, oh my God, she told him it wasn't an invitation. Like, that's so hot.
That is hot.
Like,
That's
no,
hot.
like, I don't like agree.
that's a hot story. Come on. That's a hot story.
I think that's rude. I think you'd hurt your man's feelings if you're like, no, this isn't a fucking invitation. Like, fuck off. Like, I'll just do it myself. Like, that's rude. That's different than being like, no, just watch me. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's different.
Yeah, but she's obviously the very dominant, has like that dominating role. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
So
yeah,
maybe
no,
in like her and her husband's relationship, he's more of like the super sub because it's like he wanted to join in because, you know, you'll see in the article because I'll link it in the show description. This gal's very attractive. So
yeah, I mean, she's attractive, but
you know, she's hot. It's a hot story in the long run. Because most times if you were to any other time, if I was to bring a story like this to the show, it would be a dude boss and having a woman complain about it. Because most times, I'm not saying that it's right because it's not right, but most times a story like this, it's always a male boss and a female complaintee. So like the roles are reversed.
yeah, and I don't think it's right either way.
No, it's not right, but I mean, it's still
hot, big fucking deal. It's like those teachers that are hot, but like are still fucking pedophiles because they just fucked a fucking 12-year-old. Like, that's not hot. It's not a fucking fantasy. That's not like, oh, where was she when I was in first grade? Like, that's disgusting.
But
like,
you don't get it.
Fucking what? Like, it's gross.
But you don't get the guy's mentality. It
doesn't fucking matter. That's disgusting.
No.
Like,
but
it really doesn't fucking matter. Like, if you're fucking preying on fucking anybody, I don't give a fuck how hot you are. Like, that's disgusting.
Fuck how hot you are.
No.
But like, here's the thing.
If he was ugly as fuck, you would not be saying this shit. You'd be like, oh, that's gross.
Well, no, but listen, hear me out. Not a boy, I'm a man now, but as a boy in school.
Man now.
Yeah, I'm a man now. I'm 37, god damn it, I'm a man now. I have a house and a mortgage. I'm a man. I have a snowblower and a lawnmower. But anyways, as like I never had attractive teachers in school. Only like once in a great while you would kind of have that hot substitute teacher. And you would always be like, man, it'd be so hot for her to like show me her tits or something. Guys are different. You don't get the guy mentality.
No, it's not the same fucking thing. It's literally not like a fucking guy mentality. Like, that's not what the fuck that is. Like, as a child, yeah, I get thinking that. Like, I wanted to fuck all my fucking teachers. But if any of my fucking teachers fucked me, like, they're pedophiles and that's disgusting. Like, it doesn't change just because they're fucking like hot and you like want them so bad. Like, that's not the point. Like,
I'm not disagreeing with you. They are pedophiles. However,
it's not like, okay, because she's like so fucking attractive. Like, did you see her titties? Like, fuck, her pussy was so wet. Like, that's not, like, that doesn't make it better.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't think to like make it right is like a thing. Like, you can't. Like, it's still fucking gross.
Well, you know, look.
Like, a bitch really be getting heated about this shit.
Look, here's the thing, and it's true that when the teacher has sex with a student, the more attractive she is, the less time in jail or any sort of like penalty falls onto her. You're right, it is fucked up, and it is like, what it is. I mean, I don't.
so fucking hot. But if that was your fucking 8-year-old fucking child and a 30-year-old fucking woman molested him, you wouldn't be like, oh, that was so hot.
But
like,
what if the
do
teacher's like, 27, 28 and the student's like 16 or 17?
No,
Is that wrong
absolutely
too?
fucking not. It's still fucking disgusting.
But what if he's 17 getting ready to be 18 before he graduates? Because I think if he's 18 and then he graduates and then he bangs his teacher, that's okay because he's 18, right?
That fucks with you. Like, that fucks with your head. Like, I really don't give a fuck what you say. Like, and I feel like you're doing this just to get me fucking, like, pissed the fuck off because you're laughing. But, like, it's stupid. Like, this whole thing is fucking stupid. Like, if you are fucking 30 and you fuck a fucking 15-year-old, like, that's disgusting.
You're
like,
right. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not. I'm
but,
not.
Like, only if she's, like, ugly, though. Like,
Well, yeah, if
no.
she's ugly,
like,
you got to
so
fucking
gross.
throw away the key.
Like,
No.
like, there's a reason.
I agree. Everything you're saying, I agree. It's just I like trying to convince you. It's funny.
But, like, it's not going to happen. It's disgusting.
I know. You're right. But as a dude, if I was 14 and my
No, like, stop fucking saying that. Like, it's so ignorant as fuck. Like,
hey, you just got done saying you wanted to fuck your teachers.
yeah, I did. Like, still do. Like, we all know.
So what's wrong with when you're 14 fantasizing wanting about fucking your teachers,
It's
but
not
then never
wrong,
doing it?
But, like, if it happens, like,
Okay,
that's
but it didn't
disgusting.
happen for me because none
I
of my
get it,
teachers
it's
were
about a lot of
attractive.
fucking people. Like, if they fuck me, it's wrong. Like, it's not,
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
like, do you know what I mean? My neighbors are probably like, this bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, she's reached a new low.
Like, what kind of conversations is she having?
Ugh.
Who's this
It is-
male voice? We didn't see anybody enter her
I
room.
don't think any of those things apply to, like, the story that we're reading, obviously. 'cause
No, they
it's, like,
don't.
not an underage person, and it's like whatever the fuck it is, and like I don't know why I just get so fucking heated about that shit because all the time, every fucking time, every fucking guy is like, oh, but she's like hot though, like
Okay. So let's all right. Let's step away from teachers and children because you're right. Even though it is hot. But so getting back to this, let me ask you this because here's another complaint. It kind of falls in line with all the complaints. But it says fellow cops have also complained about the sergeant leaving her underwear on the unisex shower knob outside her locker for all to see. Maybe that's just her way of saying, hey, shower occupido, right?
no.
Why not? Maybe the little slide thing doesn't work that says, open or close. Like the red means close, open
Maybe you
means
can't
green.
leave your fucking shirt on it. Like, that is disgusting.
Well,
Like,
maybe...
touch that. Like, that's fucking gross. You could have so many different kinds of fucking anything. Like, that's gross. Like, that's disgusting.
I don't know.
Like, that's disgusting. Like, is it funny? Like, yeah, it's funny. Like, in a story, like, that's funny. Like, I would do these things. Like, I'm not, like, if I was fucking pissed or if I was fucking, like, demented, which I am, like, I would do these things. But, like, that's still disgusting.
So
like,
let me ask you this. Are you looking this as like an outsider looking at all these things? Like, yeah, this is gross or just...
like, it is what it is. Like,
I don't know. I think the whole story is...
everybody's point of view. Like, if you think all this is hot, like, you think it's hot.
I mean, I think it's hot that...
fine, but, like, it's still at the end of the day, like,
I mean, I guess it's
she
wrong.
wasn't hot. Imagine her as like the ugliest person that you could personally imagine. And she's got these fucking like nasty ass fucking underwear that she hasn't changed in like a week. That's got like shit stains in it and like fucking cobwebs.
But
Like,
but
that's disgusting.
But you're looking into the story of like she has like these nasty dirty panties. Maybe they're these sexy lace things, you know what I mean? Like they're really like,
Whatever.
hey, maybe they have like this cute little like fake like little like,
And like nobody would be complaining about it. Like it wouldn't be like the whole office wouldn't be fucking complaining about it. They'd be like, oh, did you see her panties today? Like that was hot. Like,
we don't know why these people are complaining. I don't think there's anything to complain about.
okay. Like good for fucking you. Like
I don't know. Most times when you hear about these stories, it's generally a man, the one who's being the accuser of being a dirtbag. So it's kind of funny and sexy and in a dirty sort of wrong way that it's a lady
yeah, like
doing
if
these
this
things.
was a fucking like novella, like this fucking like sex book, like whatever, like cool.
A sex book? No, what?
Cool. I don't fucking know words, but like cool, like cool. Like if this is some fantasy fucking story that I just bought at fucking Barnes and Noble, like cool. But like it's not.
I mean, we could write a book like this.
I mean, we
and
could.
have it be like a sexy cop, and everybody
It
thinks
would
she's
be
super
hot, but,
awesome.
like-
Yeah. She like, I don't know. I don't want to use this lady's name in our story, but
It's online.
well, I know it's online because it's from the New York Post.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not just gonna be like, no, like it's hot, and I'm not just gonna be like, no, whatever. Like,
Well,
I don't know the circumstances of the story, so like, I really can't give like my honest fucking judgment on the story. But it sounds like I see where it's like, oh, like that's hot, but like it's also disgusting.
no, I agree.
And if she wasn't a hot fucking female, like you would say the same thing. Like,
No, it's look. In the long run, yeah, it's wrong and it's gross that she's doing these things. But if you take away all like, I guess the political
morality,
yeah.
sure.
If you take away all the morality out of it, all the boring stuff, and you look at all the fun, awesome things this lady's doing, it's funny. It's hilarious. You don't ever hear stories like this having it being a gal. You never do. It's always some disgusting guy, and he gets thrown out, and everybody fucking takes him to the town square because that's what Twitter and the internet has become, is, you know, the town square where everybody takes their chance of throwing shit at somebody. So,
oh my god, I just imagine everybody with like flame sticks. Like, what do you call those things? Like in Beauty and the Beast. Like,
torches.
what are those things?
Torches.
Oh.
One of those flame things like a Beauty and the Beast. It's called a fucking torch.
Oh my god.
But no, that
Yeah,
like
the torch.
but basically this is the what the internet and Twitter and all these social media things have become, is just now the new town square where everybody goes to shit on the asshole of the day, because that's how quick our news cycle is. Every time somebody's offended or outraged by something, the next day or two there's something else to be offended and outraged about.
I mean, yeah, like, and I definitely, like, I'm not somebody who's like easily fucking offended. Like,
yes, you are. You are offended by this gal's antics at work.
okay, but like, I'm not somebody
Oh,
who's like easily offended though. But like,
I know.
like
You're-
some shit, like a lot of shit, like a lot of fucking shit in this world is like so fucking stupid for people to like fucking complain about and bitch about and like
Right.
throw a fucking pity party tantrum, like bitch ass fit about. But like,
I've said it on Twitter a bunch of times. Being offended is the enemy of comedy. You know what I mean? Like, I think if you're trying to be funny, everything should just be funny. Like I've said before, if you make fun of yourself,
that doesn't like apply in like everything though.
I don't know. I've as I've gotten older, I have become more. What's the word I'm looking for? I said it earlier today because I saw a
if
commercial on
something bad
TV.
happens to me, like say I got raped 5 fucking minutes ago, like me personally, I'm gonna fucking laugh about that. But if that just happened to my friend, I can't like make a fucking joke out of
Well,
it.
no.
Like,
That's different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're taking an extreme.
no, but I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
in general, like.
Well, I don't think I would laugh about it if you told me, hey, just
Well-
5 minutes ago I got raped, but let's record DPP.
If it's something stupid, like if somebody fucking called you a fucking something, I don't fucking know.
Fat-headed
Like,
idiot.
okay, if somebody calls you a fucking idiot, like that's funny. Like you're gonna laugh about that. I'm gonna laugh about that. Everybody's gonna laugh about that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I'd be offended. I'm not an idiot.
it's so stupid, but like it's different. Like it's not always just like, oh, let's do this for like comedic relief. Like that's still somebody's fucking like life.
Yeah.
That's still like.
I don't know. I think
It affect people in so many different ways. Like if I knew all the circumstances of the story, I would probably think it's like when I first read the story, I thought it was funny as fuck. Like that's funny as fuck. Like I would do some shit like that. Like that's fucking hilarious.
but then
But
you start.
talking about it is different. Like
It is, but I mean, if you.
it's different. Like I don't know what happened to those people. Like I don't know. So I'm not gonna say that's funny. Like
I don't know. I take the morality out of things and just find the humor in it. Just because I think life is so filled with such darkness and just I don't know. Like as I've gotten older, I've gained more of a heart. You know what I mean? Like I can't see videos of like, or not videos, but like commercials of like the animal shelters. I never could actually watch those. Those are always sad. But like the Shriners Kids commercials or like the Make-A-Wish commercials for like little kids, like anything with little kids fucking breaks my heart. Can't watch it. And with all the darkness and sadness in the world, I try to find light so I can laugh and not be surrounded by such not necessarily misery, but because every time you turn on the news, it's always like, and it's never.
I mean, like, there's a difference between like making something like so fucking negative and depressing and like fucking horrible and just like taking it for what it is and then like twisting it so that like you find humor in this like super fucking horrible thing. Like there's a difference in all of those things. Like if a fucking child gets molested, I'm not going to be like, oh, like that's fucking funny.
There's never any funniness
like
about
that's
that.
gross. Like that's wrong. Like that's bad. Like that's this and that, whatever. But I'm also not going to turn it into like this fucking shitstorm of like way over the top. Do you know what I mean? Like
I get it. You're not gonna basically.
I'm not gonna like bring down the whole fucking world, but like I'm not gonna laugh about it either.
No, I mean I think a lot of it is just misplaced outrage, and I think if a lot of people really step back and thought about what to be mad at, as opposed to just being like, I don't like that.
Yeah,
your
like
battles,
I agree
I guess.
with that for sure. Like if everybody, like if all the guys in this fucking story are just like little bitches and they like didn't fucking like it and they like thought something was gross and like told like that's ignorant, like that's stupid, like they shouldn't have done that, like get the fuck over it type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I always like, maybe it's because I used to love the Police Academy movies, but I always thought like, when you'd become a cop, it's like all like, dick jokes and fun. I don't know. I'm not a cop.
I feel like, I mean, I definitely feel like people are oversensitive, and maybe this whole story is just a bunch of oversensitive fucking people.
I think so.
And if so, then somebody needs to shove more fucking panties in their mouth. Like,
right.
like, then I'm on board. Like,
I agree. I think a lot of I don't know.
But if she like shoved a dildo in somebody's fucking ass while they were taking a fucking shower while she was like putting their fucking panties in their mouth, like that's too much. Like I don't support
the
it.
only thing I can complain about in this story is her talking about the size of a man's penis. That's just not right. That's hurtful. But anything else is hilarious. I don't know. But hey, can I kind of be a little selfish?
Yeah, bro.
So we didn't record a show last week. Sorry about that. And the week prior, I missed talking about this. I wanted to talk about it more than a few weeks ago now. There was a radio host in Detroit of the Drew and Mike radio show, and he was on WRIF. Drew and Mike was a legendary show here in Detroit. These guys kind of started my love for talk radio, and Mike, who I guess I don't want to say he was the comedy of the duo, but he wasn't like trained to be a radio guy. He used to just be like an EMS driver and just do odd jobs and shit like that, and somehow he fell into doing radio and stuff like that. But he recently died, and it just kind of bummed me out, and it made me realize that I do a podcast, and I've done podcasts. I don't know since like 2015 or 2000. I don't know when I started podcasting, but I always wanted to do some sort of like talk radio, and I always kind of wanted to go to school for it. But at the time, my girlfriend's dad was like, well, if you plan on marrying my daughter someday, I don't think being in radio would be the best thing for you to do because he was a doctor and shit like that. So, and it was like, well, yeah, I get that. And because you always hear like a lot of like radio DJs moving, and I'm not saying that I would have become like the next biggest thing, because I probably
you never know.
Yeah, you never know, but it really bummed me out when I found out Mike Clark died. So, because he was one of these radio guys that just was able to tell a story, and just and every part of the story was funny. If you get a chance, go on YouTube and look up Drew and Mike salad story. Mike tells a story about him and his wife partying, drinking beers all night long, and then deciding to grill at like 3 or 4 in the morning, and then make salads and eat steaks and shit like that. And he tells a story of how he fell asleep in his salad 3 different times. So it's very funny. Mike Clark will be missed. He's just one of these guys that I never really, as I like, not necessarily like a hero, but didn't realize like how much of an impact somebody made on my life, because I never really thought about it. Like, I was a fan of Howard Stern and Opie and Anthony and these other guys that like did these talk radio shows and comedy shows and shit like that made me laugh. And I don't know. I just never really like understood like impact of like celebrities' lives, I guess, that like touch my life in some way. So I never really like understood the impact of like Mike. So you know. God bless you, Mike Clark. Plain man, as they say. So just a quick little selfish radio
That's
for
not
one.
selfish, like paying fucking respect to somebody.
Mike Clark was hilarious. Funny motherfucker. Good times had. I don't know what else to say. Felt a little water in my eyes just because.
Aww.
Well, no, just because like I was looking at, I had the ad, not the ad, the news story pulled up just in case I needed like reference to talk about like, I don't know when exactly he died, but you know. So, but yeah, Mike Clark, Drew Mike, I don't know. They were doing a podcast, so they still do the Drew and Mike. Well, you know, Drew still does the Drew and Mike podcast. It's a brand now, so, and now it's in tribute to Mike.
Oh God, like that's funny.
Yeah, you can't change it now. You just can't call it the Drew and podcast. You can't do that.
Oh God, sorry if I snapped in this whole thing. I don't know what's been wrong with my brain lately.
PMS.
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, it could be.
I don't know. My wife told me today she just started her period and she was pissed. It made me laugh because I'm huh?
No. I said maybe I am. I don't fucking know.
I'm downstairs and playing Red Dead Redemption 2 and all of a sudden I hear, God damn it.
That is so mean.
I go, what happened? I started my fucking period. I was like, oh, nuts.
It is pretty shitty.
Yeah. I was thinking, okay, she has 3 or 4 different types of periods. Hopefully this is the one where everything is just kind of...
Not horrible. I feel like mine's gonna be bad. I've had like raging hormones like since my last period.
So you're gonna be, so it's gonna be a very angry period or a very cry period. I hope it's not a cry period. I don't need 2 broads in my life crying about shit.
Imagine, fucking imagine, like you'll get a stand-in like for me.
Yeah, one day I gotta get a stand-in Creep Queen host.
I get that.
When Creep's on her period so bad she can't record.
Well, it might be just my brain.
Oh.
You know what? I applied for online therapy and I got fucking rejected.
So what's online therapy? Would it just be you like talking to like a therapist on Skype?
I guess so. It's just like the same thing, but like online, and I got rejected. They fucking denied me. So then I had like, and this was like a reference from a friend who like has friends who like uses the site, and I got my friend to sign on, and she got accepted.
Well, that's bullshit that you didn't. I think you need to write. I think you need to complain to their HR department, Creep.
They said we think it'd be better if you met with someone face to face. I was like, fuck, that's how crazy I am.
Yeah. Well, I've said it. I don't know if I said it on this show, but I think therapy is needed for everybody. I think everybody should see therapists.
I mean, like therapists see therapists. Like,
you would think being a therapist would be like really, I guess, like emotionally hard because you got to deal with so many other people's bullshit.
I've heard of a lot of people who like had therapists who were just like too empathetic, and it just like consumed like everybody's like. Everything just like consumed them and they like quit or like had to like whatever. I think you got to be a very special type of person to be able to take on whatever the fuck anybody throws you.
I agree. Therapy's, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to talk about my personal shit, so. I'm really broken. That's why I laugh a lot. It's to hide a lot of pain.
Yo, I sat down. So I met this therapist and I sat down with him, and within the first 5 minutes, he was like, "Oh, that laugh, huh?" I was like, "Okay." Like I'm already being called out for like my fucking like coping mechanisms and like awkward fucking laughter. Like, Cool.
Your awkward fucking
Like,
laughter.
fucking
I know that
cool.
laugh.
Like, got it. Like, fucking thank you.
Like,
Like,
thanks a lot, asshole.
got it. Like,
Thanks for making me realize that.
like you could have waited to call me out, but
Yeah, he could have gave you at least, 2 more sessions before he gave you.
I'm dead.
I'm surprised you would take the therapy because I feel like if somebody told you to do something and it annoyed you, you would tell them to fuck off and it would be a big
I
ordeal.
would totally do that.
I have a feeling one day I'm going to get a text from Creep. Oh, Creep text. Oh. Well, I had to leave my therapist today. I had a screaming match with him and told him he doesn't fucking know me and I left.
Oh god, if you only knew the reasons I needed a therapist right now, like you would be like, bitch.
I know a few.
Lock yourself the fuck up, like go commit yourself, like throw away the fucking key.
Well, truth be told, Creep, I do know at least a few of the reasons why you're seeing a therapist.
No, not even anything you would know.
I know a lot. I know you have multiple personalities because your personality called me and told me all the drama that's been happening.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
No.
I'm watching a lot of shit like that lately.
What, drama shows?
No, like DID.
DID.
Dissociative identity disorder. It's split personality.
Huh. Well, maybe you need to learn how to separate Dorothy and Creep Queen. Just saying.
Ooh. I never know what's going to happen with Dorothy.
Look, we have Kris and then we have Kris Steel, and lately Kris Steel's been out been out and about more so than the real Kris. It's beginning to be too much. I might have to leave all social media and get some serious help. Well, here we are. The final countdown, if you will, till the end of the show. Damn it, I should have used that song. Changes are afoot.
Yes.
But when those changes take place, you guys will hear it first. Or hear it here first. I guess I'm getting difficult with words as well.
It's bad.
I have a bit of a mush mouth today.
A what?
A mush mouth.
Oh, I thought you said something else, and it kind of like grossed me out.
What, a cum mouth?
Oh, I mean, that's a turn too. A wild fucking ride.
Yeah, well. I don't know. I don't know what you thought I said. What'd you think I said?
I really don't remember, but it was like gross. It was like this oozing like mushroom full of like green pus or something. That's like the
Ew.
visual I got.
Of me saying I've been a mush mouth today? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. This is why I'm seeing therapy, okay?
Listen, I'm not going to fault you. No sirree. You're not going to hear any fault from me, Creep.
God.
You have my backing, personally and professionally.
Thanks.
You know? But here we are. We only have a minute left, Creep. So, friends, follow me on Twitter at Mr. Kris Steel. That's MrKrisSteel. Creep, where can everybody find you?
Find me on creepqueen.com or follow me on Twitter at creepxqueen.
Mm-hmm. The creepiest place on earth. That's what I hear.
Hell yeah.
Is any panty stuffing on that website?
Hell yeah.
Maybe we should send Officer Guerrera to your website.
We could make magic, me and her.
We should contact her and have you and her do a video together.
Is
I would
she
actually
in
pay
jail?
for that. Huh?
Is she in jail?
I don't know. I hope not.
I mean, yeah. I just need more to the story. I'm going to have to look up more and then really decide how I feel about it.
Folks, thank you for listening. Thank you for rating and reviewing. And as always, thank you for being a friend.
On Demon Seed. Hello, I am your announcer, Bethany. Please remember to rate and review 5 stars on iTunes. Rating and reviewing helps out the show. Thanks for listening to the Double Penetration Podcast with your hosts, Creep and Steel on Demon Seed Radio Network.